Okay, welcome back to Station 76, or welcome to Station 76. This is my home in outer space. Not a lot of asteroids around, better FPS. I could start out here and build stuff, and from here I could go and scout out some locations, scout out some materials. This is the gate room. At the moment it is opened to space, but you can see there's a door closed. I will not open that because Station 76 is at the moment in experiment stage. Station 76 should be filled with oxygen at the moment, at least the habitat in the middle here. I have some stuff around here again. I have another miner here. So Station 76 has its own miner. This one is a bit special. We will take a look at that in a second. This is the Duchessa. That's one of the ships I discovered. I got the name of the guy that made it, or the girl. I'm always not sure, and I'm not judging there. It's an amazing drone and industrial carrier. This is one problem that I always encounter. There's seems to be bugs with the deformation of blocks. I'm not sure. But this is one of the coolest ships I've ever seen. It's exactly my style, how I like it. And I just made some few modifications with getting materials to it and from it and all that stuff. So we will later go into the station. Because that doesn't take a while, but yeah. You can see the form of it. Back here I have two hangar bays for smaller ships. These will be airtight. They introduced oxygen, and later they also introduced big sealable doors. These hangar doors here. I am using that for these small hangars. Now I'm devising kind of a system for some air vents and an airlock system kind of also for this hangar here. I have made a small project out of this airlock with some timer blocks. That's a relatively new thing. You just have to go back, I think, a few videos and you will find that. Let me reload my batteries again. This is the other miner. I can take a look from here to it. That's a cool thing. I can just describe it from here. You can see that there are oxygen tanks on the side. It was, I had the idea to make an ice miner. So, relatively specialized vehicle to mine ice for oxygen. But it took a while to figure out a way to transfer oxygen from the ship to the station. By the way, this is the solution. That's a really relatively new video. Here I'm pumping oxygen into this small room and at the same time pumping it out here. So I can fill the tanks of the station and can remove the oxygen out of the tanks here. That's a project that multiple people solved in that way, and I got a lot of comments how to solve that, and I'm really thankful for my community there that that they all kind of gave me that idea. I could maybe make it even smaller by just pushing some other blocks in here. This is just a way to bring out all the materials, because it mines also iron and all that stuff. It has a mechanism to automatically throw out stone, because I don't need that anymore. I have so much stone that I don't think that I need that for a while. It will be changed. Station 76 at the moment is a way to experiment mainly, and not to... I'm not a big fan of finished projects, so I'm experimenting a lot on Station 76. That's why some stuff is just not finished yet. I want to finish it and then bring it to the other side, and also all that stuff. You can understand that. There's one arm missing. You can see it's kind of formed like a star from the top. This will be the residential area. Kind of, I want to build housing in there and quarters and all that stuff. This is the industrial area of the station, the gate room, the middle section. And here, this is open to space, industrial area, just filled with some furnaces, some oxygen generators, and some refineries and assemblers and all that stuff. And yeah, maybe in the future there's more, so I left a bit of space. Station 76 is also covered in solar panels. Before, the sun was somewhere there, and so I could cover the front side, had a good covering of solar panels. With the solar panels, didn't work out. Also, here were some oxygen farms. I had to change that out. It didn't work with the rotation anymore. Okay, let me go and recharge again. We can take a flyby at the drones I've built here. I hope these are already repaired. Yeah, I have multiple drones here. At one point they introduced a way to steer ships, like an RC car. And I made some drones that I can steer. I can sit somewhere and then steer drones to it. This was the grinder drone. This is the workhorse I'm using more. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. This is the drill drone I used to, but I have a seat on there. I used it to mine for materials before I had this thing, I think. Oh yeah, here. This is the welder drone. This thing does an amazing job to keep my stuff together and weld all of the stuff. Amazing little thing. The thrusters are from the azimuth pack, and everything else I think is very, very vanilla. You could also build that with vanilla thrusters, I think, but I settled for the smaller modded thrusters. Good. I have again some stuff down here. I'm using the same pylon system here, so a long line of conveyors, and then this is the first experiment I did with the oxygen ring, and so this is only one ring. The station is a lot smaller, and I can add another ring on top. I have some modded oxygen farms here, so I can even get more oxygen out of it. This below is very interesting. It is a solar panel that turns, or should turn, with the sun. It's in an experimental stage. It is timer based. So you can see this time is blinking, and every half an hour it turns on this timer that rotates it for a second or two, and then this timer turns on this that stops the whole solar panel, and it just starts up this timer again. At one point it might get out of sync, but for now it really does good work. It doesn't seem too good at the moment. I might have to rotate it a bit back, but for now it really worked. I had some experiments with mods in the meantime. They didn't work out so well. So down here are my oxygen tanks, a reactor, and my big storage containers. These are from Azimuth as well. They are very expensive, but also very big. I want to have 4 around here, just to be able to store a lot of material here, because I'm using this to experiment, and also to build ships here. It's the FPS are much better than around the asteroids here, and so I'm I'm mostly working out here now. This might change when I've finished this, for example. The other hangar, you can, by the way, you can kind of see how this works. This is the airlock. You come in here, and then there's a hangar behind that where you can park the ship. If you want to get out of it, you just turn around the ship, fly into the airlock again, cycle it, and then fly out again. Worked pretty well, but all the oxygen experiments really took a toll on my oxygen amount. I had to refill that, and I think it is still working on that. Or let us take a look if I still have ice in here. No, I don't have ice in here anymore. So there's no oxygen at the moment in these, or there shouldn't, or there still is oxygen in here. I don't know. Maybe it is still producing somewhere. Let us take a look. No, this one is empty too. Or it is maybe just still emptying them out. Takes a while. It takes a while. That's a problem. But again, this is the only workaround we have. We cannot pump it directly into other tanks. And that does not really work out because the connected tanks are just leveling out each other. So at one point I would have full tanks here and full tanks here, but I couldn't really refill the tanks on the station completely. Oh, by the way, you can see some materials on there. This, for example, the thing on the side there, that is an antenna. It is also from Azimuth. Azimuth has very, very expensive stuff. So all these modded parts are very, very expensive, but they are smaller or a bit more powerful. For example, this is an ore detector that can work 4 kilometers. I think 5 kilometers. So if I go into that ship, I can see the ore around the station. I tested out these drills. That's also relatively new. These are big drills, also very, 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 very expensive. But they also work better for that. And you should be able to find in the description of the videos, you always will find the link to the modders on the Steam community, on the Steam workshop, kind of. I'm not only featuring the mods, or I'm not featuring just the mods, I'm featuring the whole modder, so you can take also look on the mods I'm not using. I don't have run so many mods that it really would be necessary to to make a list of the mods. It's, don't know, Azimuth, a lot of Darth Biomech, and then that was it mainly. Okay, then let us go into the base, and I think we should do that tomorrow.